Hey, what's up? Seventine here, taking a look at the physics-based bridge building game, Polybridge, where the aim is to get your vehicles safely across your bridges and structures. The game is a pretty chilled out experience with no timers, so you can build at your own speed, and the game's music provides for a very mellow atmosphere. The tools you are given to build your bridge will depend on what is available for each mission, with some materials being unavailable in some circumstances to make it a little bit more difficult. The constant though will always be road pieces, as they are the only element of the bridge that vehicles will be able to drive on. Obviously, just building a road over a ravine won't be enough to support itself, let alone a vehicle travelling across it, so you do have a bunch of support materials that you can use to help with that. Wood is your most basic support material, being cheap but not all that strong, and is best used to create this kind of crisscross pattern that is almost a requirement for every bridge that you will create. Steel supports will help support bridges with heavier loads travelling across them, or help support landing impact from some of the stunt jump levels. Cable is the final form of support for overhanging structures that have no available base support options. A big aspect of many of the game's levels is creating splits in the bridge to allow boats to travel underneath. You can mechanize the split with pistons that will raise or lower the split joint in your bridge to allow both land and sea vehicles to travel over and under your bridge. Some of the later levels though, this mechanic does somewhat break. The mission will ask for a split in the bridge to allow for a boat crossing, but you can just build your bridge up and over the boat's crossing, which is not only easier to construct but also a lot cheaper, allowing you to stay way under budget. This could be enforced, however, with the addition of a road height limit that prevents you building over the obstacle rather than actually building the split. The game already has levels that restricts the amount of road tiles available to you, so it could maybe even take advantage of that system in these kinds of circumstances. The jumping levels I found in Polybridge to be the most entertaining and required a little more thought to be put in to support the on-landing impact. The monster truck level in particular had me stuck for a while, and not the bad kind of stuck where you feel like you have exhausted all possible options. More like being stuck but still having a bunch of different elements you can still play around with. Eventually I managed to get the support somewhat working, and by somewhat, I mean that bridge was definitely only a one-use structure that fell into the water just behind the truck, but it got the job done. Apart from the predetermined 60 plus levels that you can play through the campaign, Polybridge also has Steam Workshop implemented, so you can download and play other players' creations, or even create your own through the sandbox level editor. If you ever have a moment in the game that you want to save, whether it be funny, ridiculous, or just plain stupid, you can create a short animated GIF straight from the game that you can choose to upload to the game's gallery, a place where you can watch other players' saved GIFs, or even upload it to the social media. While it is a rather odd feature, it's still pretty cool nonetheless, and can help capture some of those really awesome moments in the game. Other features of the game include a simulation speed slider that allows you to speed up or slow down the simulation for better analysis, particularly to see what breaks first on your bridge so that you can fix it and reinforce it. There is also a stress overlay option that will show you the parts of the bridge taking the most stress, colorized from green to red. Altogether, Polybridge is a nice relaxing game that, although laid back, will still require some advanced problem solving to succeed on some levels. The mechanics do become a little repetitive once you've played a few of the levels, and is one aspect of the game that may struggle on the official level side of things. However, I imagine that the workshop levels will fill this gap with more crazy level ideas. If you like physics-based puzzle games, Polybridge is definitely worth a look, and if you ever just want to sit back, relax, but still be engaged, Polybridge offers that too. Anyway, that's been my player preview for Polybridge. If you want to find out more about the game, check out the links below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.